Speaking of Georgia, Georgia, 9.5
No.
wins. Is this a theme in the SEC?
Dude,
Um,
yeah, the SEC is just a different beast.
you know, you don't even realize the losses they have until you see the draft recap for each of the schools. Mikael Williams, Tate Ratledge, Trevor Etienne, Malachi Starks. I mean, I don't think I'm in the majority, or I should say in the minority, when I say that this team has some serious talent. Last year, they had a ton of talent. Carson Beck obviously had a lackluster year, granted what he did 2 seasons ago, but those mistakes, I'm sure, will either become more evident in Miami, or maybe he'll just fit into the scheme better. What does that mean for Georgia, losing a very talented quarterback and a ton of NFL talent, both on offense and defense? I see one big incoming name. That's Zachariah Branch out of USC, a little speedster, likes playing in space, getting the ball and making plays out of nothing. They really only have two offensive returning starters who played for Georgia last year on offense and defense. So I'm definitely wary of this 9.5. Tell me what you think.
How do you feel about Gunnar Stockton? I'm curious.
That's a good question. You want the long answer or the short one? Gunnar Stockton in the playoffs, I think, proved that he deserves a starting position on the Georgia team roster. Does that mean that he is the best available option for Georgia? Absolutely not. But he is by far and away a winner. That man, he showed grit and heart, and he took some hits I've never seen quarterbacks take before. So he's willing to take those hits. I think he's willing to die for Georgia. So I would say he earned his starting position spot. Is he the best guy for the position? No.
No, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the same, thoughts I had on him as well. They do have Oscar Delp coming back, the tight end. I know they liked him a lot, so they're definitely going to use him a lot in the offense. Nate Frazier, the running back, the sophomore, he was a 4-star, I believe. He's a speedster. I definitely do. You know how Georgia plays. They do love to run the ball. They have some, meaty boys in the trenches on the offense and defensive side. So that's going to be big for them as well. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. 9.5. I mean, they're a quality program. Kirby's Kirby. Let me just take a quick glance at the schedule.
What stands out to you on the schedule? You know what I see? I see Tennessee on the road. I see Florida on the road. And I see their rival Georgia Tech, who is not going to be easy in any way, shape, or form on the road. And then they're also
wasn't that the game that went to 7 overtimes last year?
Georgia
Georgia
I think
Tech
was the total.
Yeah,
I mean, nowadays, to be honest with you, not that impressive when you get to that point because it just turns into back-to-back 2-point conversions. Yeah. But still, I mean, they won at home in a thriller. Alabama, hosting Ole Miss, hosting Texas. The schedule's pretty tough. I have Georgia on the under here. I think they might just start reverting back to a 9-3 team. And, unless some serious standouts come out on offense, you saw what happened last year. You can't just have an elite quarterback and have a bunch of mediocre talent on the outside and expect to produce crazy offensive numbers like you have been. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen like that. George Pickens was a stud when they won the national championship with him.
Yeah.
You need outside talent.
Yeah.
What do you have
on
a
big
Georgia?
guy like that, and especially in the SEC, a big guy like that's a big deal. Yeah, I'm going with the under. Zachariah Branch is going to be sick. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. They have Josh McCray to back up Nate Frazier too at running back, but I'm going to have to go with the under. I just think all the other teams in the SEC got better. Georgia got worse. I don't even know if all the other teams got better. I do think that this year, going into this year, it's on such a level playing field across all teams. You know what I mean? And really, there's a couple of games that are more up in the air for Georgia, at least, than they've ever been before. Like Georgia used to be a lock for 10, 11 wins every single year, and I don't know. A lot of talent lost, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's the theme, the 9.5 theme.